Hello everyone, 2020 Eagle Man here, and today I have another mail showcase, and I'm really happy about this one because this is a vintage baseball card collection that I got for very cheap, and the seller on eBay, he didn't really know what he was selling, I think. So he said there are about 400 plus cards in this binder. All vintage is what it looked like, and there was one card in particular that I was really eyeing and really hoping to get, and so I made him an offer and he accepted it right away. And looks like some cards are already falling out here. So we got a bunch of Pete Rose cards here, and yeah, all these cards are vintage from I think it was from 1980 to 1982 was kind of the time frame that we're looking at here. And so there's a lot of cards to go through, and so I'm going to be going through each one. I'm not going to be doing it on camera. I'll just be doing a recap at the end of this, and hopefully pull out that really rare card that I'm really excited about, and I'll showcase all these cards at the end, so stay tuned for that, guys. Okay, I'll finish going through the collection, and it was a great collection. Not a lot of variety, but certainly a lot of quality in the cards. The years are mostly from 1980 to 1982, but there were a few 70s cards, which are right here. So we got a 1972, I think this is 73, yep, there's 75, a few 76 cards. 77, 78, and a few 79. Nothing too valuable from those years, but certainly some really old vintage cards are never a bad thing. I'm going to go through some of the Topps base cards over here that aren't as valuable. So a few 1980 base, a handful of 1981, and the rest were all 1982. Most of these cards were from 1982. Which wasn't bad, because there's certainly some good cards coming from that era. This is Don Russ from 1980s. Well, just 1981, 1982. So you can see the old designs going from that era. Some really cool throwbacks. And then here was some 81 and 82 Fleer, which also had some great cards from that era. So now I'm just going to go through some of the more valuable cards that I was able to kind of seek out from there. It's got this big stack right here. So just some of the early ones. This was a 1975 mini of Phil Micro. I just thought it was a really cool card. I don't have any of the mini cards from any vintage sets, so that was definitely a really cool card. It's a 79 Schmidt. That was definitely a really cool one. Here's a few 1980s Topps cards. Two Johnny Benches and a George Brett All-Star. So go through 1981 Topps. Yep, so we got a George Brett, Ricky Henderson's second year, Pete Rose, and I got two Tim Raines rookies here, which I thought were really nice. Cards look great too. Got a Mike Schmidt All-Star and a George Brett All-Star. Actually, most of these cards from this collection are either Pete Rose, George Brett, or Mike Schmidt. So you'll kind of see that pattern going throughout here. So here's 81 Fleer and 81 Donruss. Pete Rose, Mike Schmidt, George Brett, Mike Schmidt. You kind of see some repeating names, mostly. And the rest here are from 1982. It's got some Robin Yount, some Yastrzemski, Mike Schmidt, Brett, Rose, Brett, more Schmidt, more Rose. There's a Ricky, so that's from 1982, yeah. So 1982 Ricky. That was a really good looking card. A few more Bretts. A Schmidt, and then there's an 83 Robin Yount in there as well. So pretty neat collection. I have another stack of cards that I think are the more valuable ones. The most valuable ones, at least. I'll go through right now and show you. Ooh, also, I forgot to mention these. There's like these three mini ones. This Stargell was from 1974. So that was kind of cool. This is like the Kellogg's 3D one. And there's a Chet Lemon in there as well. So pretty innovative and popular at the time. And then Craig Nettles from 1982. I think that was a sticker. So here are the more valuable cards. I'm trying not to show that bottom one, because the bottom one is the reason I bought this collection in the first place. So he had a very high number of cards that were autographed in it. So this is Steve Kemp autograph. Chet Lemon that was autographed. You can see he was using a ballpoint pen for these, which I think was funny. Lance Parrish, a few Gaylord Perrys, John Walkenfuss. Then you had a number of piece of paper that had signed this. So this is a Chet Lemon that signed with a ticket stub from 1982. Yeah, from May 19th, 1982. I'm guessing that was the game that he was at that got Chet Lemon. And then he also had a number of cards. Let's see if I can get these out of here. There's a bunch. I just kind of put them all into this 75-point top loader. And some of these names I can kind of figure out, but these are just all autographed. So I put them in a penny sleeve. There's a few I can leave. Yeah, so there's, looks like Joel Youngblood there. And then there was one other that I could kind of make out. You can probably figure out that one. Thought there was another one I could figure out, but oh well. But yeah, there's a lot of autographs here, and I'll probably have to really look into them, really decipher them, see if there's any big names. But yeah, I thought it was really cool. He had a lot of autographs in his collection. Some vintage autographs, which are pretty cool. So put those back into the big top loader. And so now, here is the big card, which was the reason that I decided to buy this collection. Right here, the 1980 Topps Rickey Henderson rookie card. And I saw this picture, or this card pictured in the bottom corner of one of the photographs he had. And I was like, you know, I gotta buy it. And so this collection was pretty cheap as it was. And then I saw this card and it really got me sold. And the card looks beautiful. I mean, the centering on it looks pretty great, especially for the 80s. You know, it looks a little bit off to the right, but the centering is awesome. There's a little bit of chipping on this side here, but it's not too bad. The corners aren't too bad. This corner right here is a little bit bent, but the back, again, looks clean. A little bit of chipping over here, and the corners look a little soft. The corners are probably what's really hurting this card, but centering is great, surface is great, a little bit of chipping on the sides, but other than that, the card looks great, and it's a very iconic card. So, very happy with this purchase. I think I made my money's worth on this. So, great deal, great deal. I'm very happy to have invested into this, and it was very, very fun going through all of the old 80s Topps Donruss and Fleer cards, even some really old vintage 70s cards. So had a lot of fun with this one. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go and subscribe for more mail day videos to come, and I'll see you guys next time.